Okay, so this is 8:10. We're wrapping up Unit 8, and we're going to be going on our merry way into Unit 9 here soon. But Unit 8, we're still talking about inequalities, but now I want to represent inequalities as a graph. And that's easy enough to do. Once I understand my inequality, and I understand whether or not the solution to my inequality could be the number that's represented. If you remember about two videos ago, I said when we get to graphing, it's really going to be important as to whether or not the number that I start with is going to be a solution or not. And here's what I mean by that. So let's say that my salary for my new job starts at $35,000. Right? So I'm going to draw myself a little graph here. You say something starts at $35,000. We are hiring today, starting wages of $35,000. So this is going to be dollars in thousands, just so I can shorten up my graph time here. And let's start with 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. And again, we know that these are dollars in thousands. Yeah, that's a little clearer. So I asked myself, it starts at $35,000. So where are we discussing? I need something that the salary is going to be bigger than $35,000. So I start with $35,000, and I make myself a circle. That's my starting point. And my arrow goes this way. Maybe if I make that in blue, that would stand out a little. Let's go red. Circle goes this way. That means the salary can be anything up here, right? The salary starts at $35,000, but technically, according to their ad, they're hiring today starting at $35,000. I could walk in and demand $100,000. Now, they're probably not going to give it to me, but I could demand it because the salary only starts at $35,000. It can go up from there. So, starting at $35,000 and going this way. That means that nothing down here can satisfy this. I'm not going to go in and get a job there at $33,000. The question that I would have, though, is the same one you should always ask yourself with an inequality. Does $35,000 satisfy this? So if it starts at $35,000, can that be an answer? And the answer is yes. So salaries are greater than or equal to $35,000. This then gets colored in. So if your circle here is colored in, this dot, then that absolutely represents that value. That value is included. All right? What does that look like in your book? Forest fires are likely to occur when the air temperature is greater than 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to keep this in red so we can see here. The inequality T is greater than 60 represents the temperature T in degrees Fahrenheit for which forest fires are most likely. Graph the solutions to the inequality on a number line. Okay, so the number I'm starting with, 60. Make yourself a circle. Always start there because you can color it in later. Just make an empty circle. We want to keep it empty. Inequality, T is greater than. So I know that I want my arrow going this way. Now I ask myself, does 60 degrees fit this? So temperature is greater than 60 degrees. 60 degrees is not included, so my circle stays open. Because my circle is open, I can have anything over 60 degrees. This would be 61 degrees. This would be 60.005 degrees. This could be 950 degrees. Or the surface of the sun, 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you know. It can be any of those things, but my circle is going to stay open because it cannot be 60. That's specifically what my work here was saying. Take a look at one more. We're going to graph the inequality y is less than 5. So if y is less than 5, there's my inequality. Y is less than 5. I go to 5 and I draw a circle. Nice little circle. That's my starting point. And I want to go less than, so I know I'm going to move down the graph here. That is all I'm doing today. I'm just graphing this inequality. The big question then comes, as it always should with inequalities, is does 5 match this criteria? In this case, no, it doesn't. It can be 4.99999, but not 5. So my circle stays open. If I were to change this and say y equals, or y is at least, or at most, those are key words that tell you that 5 could be included here. And then I would want to color it in. So again, when you're graphing your inequalities and the solutions to the inequalities, realize that there are an infinite amount of answers. So you want to start with the number that's given to you, then realize you're going up or down, draw your arrow, and then the final question is whether or not I color in my circle. And I only want to color in my circle if that number itself can represent the answer here. All right, so for example, with y being less than 5, starting with 5 that's open, everything less than 5, and I ask, does 5 count? And in this case, no, it doesn't. So take your time, make sure that you're showing all of your work, and I think you'll be successful.